this is the time of year when you look outside your window, you notice all the plants are dying back, and you're like, I got to get out there and clean things up. But hold on to your horses, because you don't want to be too tidy in the garden, because those seed pods and trimmings could be what's keeping the birds alive in the winter. It is true. I know, because Master Gardener Ciscoe Morris told me so.
Am I a handsome stud today?
You are. I was going to say, hey, Turkey, what's up? This is fabulous. I understand that you've worn this on the show before.
I guess I have. I don't quite remember, but I must have.
See the things they make us do?
I know.
The behind-the-scenes
Life
people?
is
They're
rough,
like,
I'll
hey,
tell you.
let's put a turkey hat on Ciscoe. But hey, that's all right. You know what? We're all talking turkey this morning.
Yep.
And I want to ask you about the garden, because I have trees that I feel like I'm neglecting because they look so bad, but you say no, because not all birds fly south in the winter.
Oh, we have so many birds that stick around. All my little chickadees, the nuthatches, the tuays, all these birds that I just love. I have them all named. I've got Charlotte, Nellie.
You name the birds
Nicholas.
in your yard.
Oh, yeah.
And who's that?
Okay, that's nuthatch.
That's
a
nuthatch.
Nellie nuthatch right
Nellie
there.
the
What
nuthatch.
a
And who's
cutie. That's mystery bird number 42.
Oh, yes. I love that bird.
That's a wren, I'm sure. That's a wren right there. What a cutie.
It's a cute bird. That's
look
something.
at that.
Wow.
That guy eats well. That's all I know.
Yeah, I think he just ate my soul, Ciscoe. You know what is interesting, and I noticed, I actually was just getting on the ferry the other day, and there were these birds that I'd never seen. They were this kind of interesting looking bird, and I just typed into the Google machine, birds that hang out by the ferry in Seattle, and I learned, and I forgot the name of them now. But it's interesting how many birds we do have here.
Oh, there's so many birds, and different ones come in, sometimes they get these beautiful golden ones. I think it's a Townsend warbler,
Oh.
And they're only there for a week and they leave, but they chow down while they're in there in the winter.
So speaking of chowing down, you say that they want to eat the old stuff in our yard?
Yep.
Sorry, I just noticed something on the table. Oh. Okay, well, let's talk about this first.
Okay.
Sorry, you made me snort. Okay. So this is the stuff we get rid of, right?
Yeah, so it starts getting ugly. I don't delay, because pretty soon the neighbors really don't want to enjoy this looking in your garden.
Come on.
Goodbye, Charlie.
Goodbye, Charlie. Okay.
But there are things that some people might not think are all that attractive. So this is Simicifuga, they call it Actia now, but it doesn't matter. And oh my God, I see these great big birds land on there. The whole thing's going.
Oh, and they eat this?
Oh, they're just chowing down on the seeds in there.
And I actually think this is not ugly in the yard in the winter. I think it actually looks quite nice.
I'm with you, and it adds interest.
Yeah. It does add interest. I like that. Okay, and then these are, what is that?
This is St. John's wort. And I don't know if the birds eat these berries or not, but if I was a bird, I would.
Right, because they won't be depressed, right?
That's right.
So they'll be happy birds.
That's right. Yeah, they probably go, hey, let's go eat some of this and get cheery here today,
Okay.
And, this is, I'm being really careful, because this has the worst prickers on
I'm going to just take it on the end. Have you guys ever touched one of these by accident?
Oh, they have barbs that are so nasty.
I call this the devil plant, because this thing... Literally.
It's a new name for this plant. I like it.
I know, it's cute. It's just, look, can you see those barbs?
Yeah.
Ouch.
They call it barberry. And you know that they serve these berries in Japanese cuisine.
Okay, so they're edible.
I've eaten them. They taste horrible, but they must put a good spice on them. But the birds aren't going to walk around in there. They wait for them to fall down.
I was going to say, so, obviously, the plant has created these barbs to keep the birds away. So how do they eat them?
So they fall off
in action,
over the winter, and then they start to chow down.
That's cool. Okay.
And, ornamental grass. They love these seeds.
That is so cool.
Oh, yeah.
I'm stepping back because there's this one plant here that has these crazy worms trying to crawl out of it right now.
Oh, they're coming out of this.
Wait, you keep that over there.
So this is double bird food. Because not only do they got these seeds, and I think it's full of seeds, but also there's all kinds of little worms in here. This is a gourmet treat for a bird here.
Put it down.
This is called cohosh. It's native to Washington.
Is it down? Is it staying?
It's staying
I'm
down.
not kidding.
I promise I won't touch it.
Can you guys zoom in? Because they're really active. They
they
jump
are. They're
around
really
these worms.
wiggling around. They're probably afraid we're birds. They're going to chow down. Look at that one.
I know.
Oh, that guy's going for it right there.
Look at
Oh, if I was a bird, I'd be like, oh, man.
Look at that, a bird. Ooh, see? He's
Yeah,
angry.
oh, they got
That's
a
what
good
I'm saying.
picture. Yeah, there are quite a few of them out there.
Okay.
I think I'm going to leave this one here today.
Leave that one over there. I'm sorry. Can we get hazmat here?
All right, I promise I won't touch it again.
Okay, what about this? Okay, I have to ask because this is so cool.
Isn't that the coolest?
I thought they were flowers, but if we can zoom in on that, if there's no bugs on this
This
one.
is beautiful. So this is called beautyberry. The name Calicarpus means beautiful fruit. And this was discovered in China and brought in by a plant collector about 20 years ago, maybe 40. And anyway, when I first planted them at Seattle University, where I used to work, I would take people on tours and go, wait till you see this plant.
Yeah.
And it keeps its berries all winter. Come around the corner, there's the 4 chubbiest robins I've ever seen. The plant is bending over, 3 berries left. So you know what happened?
What?
They made a bird that nobody liked eat one. When he survived, they realized, hey, we got a treat here. So,
Well, so that's my next question. Before I let you go, I know that they're not poisonous, but these berries actually do something funny to birds, doesn't it?
yeah, this is firethorn or pyracantha. And the birds wait until the berries ferment. And then they get so drunk.
Wait,
Every
they know
bird-
the berries are going to ferment and they get drunk?
They never touch these till they ferment, and every bird all over comes.
It's like a bird bar.
At Seattle University, we had this right by the guard shack where the cars came in.
Yeah.
I had to have student employees stand there, hold back traffic to let the drunk birds stagger off the road. They're out there going, tweet, tweet, kick, tweet, 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 kick.
Okay, this is the greatest. I've had, okay, that is hilarious. Ciscoe, thank you so much for teaching us. I'm gonna let you stay here and take care of your worm friends.
You want me to?
No, I'm good.